Amer, how's it going, man?
Hey, Jeremy, how are you?
Good, good. So, yeah, I'm excited, and I'm sure you are too, signing up for this 6-week challenge.
Yeah, I don't really know much about it. How's it gonna all work?
Well, it's going to work great. That's how it's going to work. We're going to work together, and we are going to. I'm going to actually have some questions for you that I want to ask, and we're going to set up some goals that you are going to hit. And this challenge is going to be all about jumping into that consistently good area, right? It's not going to be about being perfect. You're not going to be perfect all the time. No one is perfect all the time. This is going to be about a plan that we come up together to get you to consistently good daily, weekly, and then for the 6 weeks. And then by the end of the 6 weeks, you're going to hit some great numbers. How's that sound?
Sounds great. I mean, I haven't had a lot of luck with diets and other things that I've tried in the past, so hopefully this is different.
It is. It is. So my first question to you is, why did you sign up for this challenge?
Well, I think I'm ready to make a change in my life. Like I've tried lots of other things and just hasn't worked. I would do them for a few days and see I'd lose a couple pounds, but then I'd fall off and then I was back to eating donuts again. So
Mm,
I'm like, I've tried lots of different things and nothing seems to work.
no, yeah, I hear that from many people for sure. So tell me a little bit more about this change that you're looking for.
Well, I'm going to be 50 this year, and so when I went to the doctor for my recent physical, they talked about all kinds of different things, and it kind of scared me a little bit, like all the blood pressure conversations, the diabetes conversation, the overweight conversation, the colonoscopy, all these things that they're talking about. It kind of gave me a wake up call a little bit, like, okay, I have to kind of take this stuff a little more seriously now.
Okay. Why now?
Um, I think that I'm ready to just feel better. I mean, I haven't. I feel I used to go to work and I was all lethargic and tired, and I just want to feel better about my like waking up and living every day. I'm
Living
ready
every
to like
day.
make a change so that I can feel good.
Okay. And why is feeling good and waking up feeling good? Why is that important to you?
Um, because I've had had some big changes in my life and I've had some loss and I feel like I just need to focus on the things that matter now, which is my health and my own happiness and sort of be present for the people that love me. And so it's time for me to take at least part of my physical health a little more seriously. It's not something that I've concentrated on, and I've seen family members get sick, and it's been a really difficult time. And so I don't want that to happen to me, and I want to make sure that I'm around for my loved ones.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is your main goal is to finally prioritize yourself because you want to be around for your family. You don't want to go through what some of your other family members have gone through as far as sickness. You're ready to take action and maybe even show your family what is possible.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, be like a positive role model in that, and also just I want to feel better.
Yeah, yeah. So what does feeling better look like for you?
Not being tired, not being all the time like tired or hungry or just in a mood. Like I feel like the times that I was physically fit and active in my life, those were also times in which I had a lot of energy. And I want to be able to get that back a little bit.
Hmm. And what do you feel like? What do you think you would be able to do if you had the energy that you had back in the past, like you just described?
Um, I feel like I would be uh better in so many different roles. I'd be better at work. I'd be better at home. I'd be a better friend. I'd be a better cousin and neighbor. I'd have a little more like just energy to be able to sort of take on all these different roles that I have in my life.
Mhm.
Sometimes I come home from work and I'm just so exhausted. I just want to like lie there on the couch and and eat junk food, and that's not helping anything. That's not allowing me to, you know, be a better father and neighbor and son and cousin. And all those roles are important to me.
Yeah, yeah. So lately you've been having that low energy sit on the couch feeling. Now I just want you to go back into feeling like that person that you want to be, the one with energy, the one that's doing things with their kids, their family, that good role model. Like, what does that feel like now when you come home from work?
Um, Well, right now it doesn't feel great because I usually just, I end up making excuses or saying, I'll do this, we'll do this later or on the weekend. And then by the time it comes to the weekend, I'm still, I'm tired from the week and I don't want to do that. So I feel like I'm making commitments and then breaking them. And I use my sort of tiredness or lack of energy as an excuse for it. And really, I think it's connected to it's I'm sure connected to my physical fitness, the things that I'm eating, and then of course then like my mental state. Depression, I feel like I suffered for depression for many years in my life, and I feel like that kind of stuff comes back when I'm just lying on the couch.
Gotcha. So what I'm hearing is it's connected with movement and nutrition. If we can start there, then some of the other things will start connecting and you can start playing that role that you know is inside of you of someone who's got more energy, who's not sitting on the couch and eating junk food, but out there socializing with family, helping people, and so on, right?
Yeah, I think so. That's right.
All right. So we're going to come up with a plan right now that's going to get you there. So tell me right now, are you exercising at all? And if you are, how many minutes per week?
I I try to exercise at least twice a week. I take a walk around the neighborhood, take the dog out, maybe do some gardening. I consider that kind of physical movement a little bit of my exercise. I don't go to a gym really, um, but I do take, walk around the neighborhood.
Okay. So you are doing some walking, some lower heart rate activity. Um, but at the end of the day, you said that you feel like you need to be doing more, correct?
Yeah, definitely I need to be doing more. I have a bit of a beer belly going on and and my blood pressure is high according to my doctor. So they're recommending that I do it more often too.
Okay. So absolutely. Uh, the the recommendation for workout minutes for someone who's been sedentary, a little bit of walking like yourself, starts at 120 minutes per week.
Okay.
So, do you feel like you can get in 120 workout minutes per week? Now, let me finish going over what that looks like. So, what we focus on here is getting your heart rate into zones. And why that's important is because steady heart rate walking is good and it should definitely be part of your plan, especially for mental clarity. But to kick our body into the best metabolic rate and zones, we need to work with our heart rates. We need to get our heart rate beating faster for a certain duration per week. And that is just going to improve everything. Okay.
Okay.
So when we look at the total workout minutes at 120 minutes, we want to focus getting you into these two zones. You're going to spend about 25% of your minutes in what we call the orange zone. And that's typically your heart rate at about 150 beats per minute and higher. And then 75% of your workout minutes in the blue zone. Okay. Now, are you following what I'm saying right now?
Yeah, I understand that. I've read a little bit about that stuff.
Okay. So on a scale of 0 to 5, 5 being super confident, how confident are you that you can get this 120 minutes per week with 25% in orange and 75% in blue zones?
Well, I think I could definitely do the 120 minutes. I'll need a little bit of help, maybe figuring out what I need to do to get into the orange zones, and get into the blue zones. I mean, like I don't know how. I'm not really much of a cardio or treadmill kind of guy, but maybe there's other things I could do to, get my heart rate higher and higher beats per minute, as you're saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Not everyone likes the
Maybe I
treadmill.
could go on a hike or with the dog or something.
Yeah, yeah. And do you have a Apple Watch or Garmin?
I
You
have an Apple Watch.
Apple Watch? Okay, great. So you'll link to the app and we're going to start monitoring your heart rate. Um, you're going to start monitoring your heart rate and you're going to go on this hike and you're going to try to get your heart rate into those zones. And if you go on the app, it'll show you what those numbers are.
Okay.
Um, and if it's not enough, then we'll have to figure something else out to get it a little bit higher. Maybe it's faster walking. Maybe it's what else do you like to do besides hiking?
Well, um I like to lift weights. So maybe there's a way to incorporate some lifting weights into it that um maybe lighter weights and more reps so that I could maybe get my heart rate going or something.
Absolutely. And what I'll do is I'll send you some high intensity workout um, programs that you
That's a
can
great idea.
follow, and we have videos as well.
Cool.
Sounds good?
Yeah, absolutely. I like
All
that.
right.
That's exciting.
So that's going to be our workout plan for now, and we will meet back in probably a couple weeks and go over that and see how you're doing.
Okay.
All right. So of course, nutrition is just one part of it. The other part is, what we're eating. And our approach is we're going to figure out a way to make this sustainable because you said before that you've tried everything, you've done this, it didn't work. Usually diets, quote unquote, diets don't work because they're very vigorous, they're boring, and it's hard to maintain something specific for such a long period of time. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
absolutely. It
Oh,
just felt like they'd go on forever and ever, and I'd lose maybe 4 or 5 pounds, and then nothing would happen after that.
yeah, yeah. So Zero Doubt Club's philosophy is that's not what it's about. What it's about is we're going to figure out what's good for you and be consistent at that. Okay.
Okay.
Now, are you familiar with, processed, unprocessed, healthy options versus maybe not so healthy options? And I'll send you some articles too that kind of go over the whole picture of nutrition in general. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's good. One of my friends talks a lot about his clean eating, so he's always telling us to eat more clean too.
Absolutely. So that's the approach that we're going to take. Um, and the way that we do that is through just bringing awareness to our food choices because sometimes we're eating and we don't even know what we're eating or why we're eating,
Yeah,
right? Wouldn't you agree that a lot of our eating choices are led by how we're feeling at the moment?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
When I'm lying on there on the couch, I just it doesn't really matter what someone puts in front of me. I'll just take it and eat it.
Exactly. So with this software, we're going to bring awareness to this and make it a little bit less emotional by just tracking what you're eating, regardless if it's good or bad. We're just going to track it. Okay. We're going to we're going to take a picture. We're going to pull out our phone. Our phones are usually with us all the time right
Yeah,
now.
for
So
sure.
we'll pull out our phone. We'll take a picture. If it's a turkey sandwich, it's a turkey sandwich. If it's a salad, it's a salad. If it's a candy bar, it's a candy bar. Just take a picture and give
Okay.
yourself a rating. It's either thumbs up, thumbs down, or neutral.
Okay, sounds pretty easy.
Okay. So that's something that you think you can do?
Yeah, I think so. If it's that easy, I'm sure I'm pretty good at on all the apps and stuff on my phone. So I think I could handle that.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna track. Now let's talk about some specific goals as far as weight. So what is your current weight right now?
My current weight is 195.
195. Okay, and what is your goal weight for this challenge?
Um, for the challenge, the goal weight it says that I need to get down to 192.
192. Okay, so 3 pounds. All right.
Yeah.
Um, tell me a little bit about what has worked for you in the past.
What's worked for me in the past is if I stick to something. My problem in the past has been I try it and then I get tired of it, or it gets too hard, or I go to an out of town trip and we eat a lot and then I come back and I don't want to start again. So hopefully there's a way for me to at least, even if I'm not, if I don't like, if I'm not compliant every single time, there's a way for me to stay on to this challenge.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why these challenges are successful, is because it's you need to stick to what we just came up with, and that's not being perfect, but just being consistent with the 120-minute workouts and the taking the pictures, which you said that you're very confident that you could commit to doing, correct?
Definitely. Yeah, I can do
All
that
right.
for sure.
Okay, great. Well, Amir, let's focus on that. Let's start there.
Okay.
And and let's go. Let's make it happen. I'll be with you along the way. Either I'll
If
be
I have
sending
questions,
you.
can I email you or
Yeah,
text you or
yeah,
something?
absolutely. You can do that. And there's also on the app, there's a wall and a direct messaging system. So you can
Oh,
message
cool.
me all the time and
Okay.
have your notifications on, because I'll be messaging you, might be sending you a video here and there. And then
Okay.
I'll send you a link so we can schedule for our next meeting.
Okay, great. Awesome. Well,
Sounds
I look
good.
forward to it. Hopefully I can
All
lose a
right.
few pounds here and get back to being healthy.
I'm very confident you will. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.